Rob G, we're going to start with the Lakers, and there was some reporting done about LeBron not happy, panties in a bunch, with the way things are going on down at crypto.com arena. Rob G, can you fill us in?
Yeah, this seems to be boiling over in a big way here in La La Land. We remember about a week ago, we had Brian Windhorst say on ESPN radio that, the idea of LeBron not retiring with the Lakers is now more on the table than ever. He didn't say outright it was going to happen, but he said, just don't slam the door on it anymore. A couple of days ago, Jovan Buha, friend of the show, longtime Lakers insider, said that the relationship between the two sides is kind of salty at the moment. It's a little frosty. Two sides are not exactly simpatico at the moment. Well, today, ESPN.com's Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst, again, put out a lengthy piece discussing what's going on with LeBron James and the Lakers brass. And in summary, what they have determined is that LeBron is not happy that the team has really pivoted in a strong way towards Luka Doncic and his timeline and put LeBron's timeline on the back burner. In fact, according to Shelburne and Windhorst, one of the things that LeBron is really upset about is that the Lakers did not offer him a contract extension prior to him opting into that $52 million for next season.
So it wasn't right. He didn't have a choice to say, nah, I'm not going to do that. Let me decide what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. No, they said, no, you're good. You got a thing. Are you coming in? Okay, that's it.
In fact, according to Shelburne and Windhorst, here's how they frame it in the story. If LeBron wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date has been set. Spring 2026.
And Kelvin, I'm just going to say this. The Lakers are spot on. Mm-hmm. They are spot on. This is not, you can't live in the past when it comes to sports. You fall in love with people or the Lakers did it with Kobe. Mistake. Yeah, you can say whatever the last 5, 6 years with Kobe, a mistake.
All bad.
Too much money. Nobody wanted to play with it. You remember what it was? They couldn't make the playoff. It was not good because they wanted to take care of Kobe and be loyal and all that kind of stuff. And you got to be careful with that. And in this case, the Lakers have done everything. LeBron's going to be 41. Like, seriously. You got a 25-year-old star that you traded for, right? Mm-hmm. That's who you have to center around the team. The team was just sold. If you're the Dodgers, you're living in the past. I mean, the Lakers.
You're half right.
Right? Half right because the Dodgers have moved across the street. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see this as being disrespectful or not. When he was there, they paid him. They gave him the extension before. They've done everything. He wanted more players. They went and they got him AD. Traded all the young players, right, to go get AD for him. That worked out. They won a championship. Mm-hmm. They get Luka for him. Okay, wow. You know what I mean? But you can't string this along. An extension? No. It could be 41. This is the right move by the Lakers.
This is going to be the first time LeBron is going to have to deal with something different, and that is the first time not being courted, the first time not being wanted, the first time that he is in a position where he's second fiddle. And since he was probably, 13 years old, he's probably been that guy. Now, his disposition, especially early on, was to be more of a collaborative guy, bring the team on, high fives with everybody. But he always knew subconsciously it all revolved around him. And this is the first time, Rob, it happens. And people do that in life. When it ain't all about you, if you're an only child and all of a sudden you got a sibling, what you mean? I don't get this. What do you mean? I got to share? I got to do this? And I think that's what he's going through. You mentioned a couple of good things. New ownership. I'm going to start there. New ownership, mind you, Rob, not a new ownership that's new to this. New ownership that knows what they're doing. New ownership that has continually had the Dodgers being successful, whether they're competing for, obviously, winning their division and competing for World Series, winning World Series. So the ownership is a little bit different. This ain't just the Buss family, who I've said a million times, who to a fault has been overly loyal to people who were in business with them back in the early 80s.
And because it's a mom and pop
shop. They have that thing. If you've been with us, you've been through the ups and downs with us. We become loyal to you. We ride with you. This ain't that. This new ownership, while respecting LeBron, while appreciating LeBron, are trying to also move forward. And the day that the ink dried up on that trade for Luka Doncic, The LeBron era was over. Now, you can be a part of the Luka era. You can be participatory. We would love to have you on this ride, but this is now the Luka era, without a doubt. And I would challenge LeBron to see if this cannot go out bad. You don't have to go out bad because they didn't offer you extension. You don't have to go out bad because the team is now about Luka.
Well,
you don't have
him not calling
not texting DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton. I mean, that is I'm not saying you got to throw him a party.
Yo, welcome to the team, bro. That's it. So this is going to be something LeBron is going to have to deal with for the first time where, you are not your second fiddle. And it's uncommon territory for him. But again, when you look at the fact that he's not a lifer, fairly or unfairly, wrong or right, them giving Kobe that deal, we know what Kobe meant to the city. We know what he meant to this franchise.
I get it.
I'm saying you shouldn't from a practical business standpoint.
I understand that, but if you look at the results, they weren't good.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. From a practical business standpoint, you would say it's time to move on, but the Lakers ownership said we're going to do right by him. He'd been here for us, and that was their prerogative. This isn't that where LeBron hasn't been a lifer. So you mentioned, with Clutch Sports, they brought in a gang of Clutch Sports guys over the years. They brought in AD. And to his credit, hey, he and AD brought them a championship, so it's been a mutual thing. He brought them some relevancy and some, they were competitive. They brought him everything he wanted, the guys he wanted, the coaches he wanted, and they even brought his son in. So at a certain point, you can the Lakers can actually look at LeBron and ask him, what more do you want from me? Because they have given him everything. We got your son on the squad.
What more do you want from me?
That's what they can ask him. So to me, this is going to be interesting what LeBron handles for the first time, not being the princess at the ball and having to, be second fiddle and not being our first and top priority with every single move or decision that we make. And it's going to be interesting to see how he chooses to handle this as he winds it down. Because look what you said the same thing. Look, I wrote it down. He's about to be 41.
Right, 41.
And if I extend you another 2 years, what are you, 43? You know what I mean? When does it stop? And Father Time is undefeated. You held him off the longest we've ever seen at this level. And Tom Brady held him off. I'll give you guys credit for that. But he's still undefeated. We don't have much time here, but just real quick, if you read you had Giannis talking about he probably will be back in Milwaukee.
He's going back to Milwaukee. Come on.
Speedy, who has a
You don't have
podcast.
any doubt about that. If he could have easily said, I haven't made that decision. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's all he had to say.
And he listen, as much as I think there's still a chance of something going on there, because I think more so in the upcoming season before February, the trade deadline, if they start off, 10-25 or something. But I think he's just trying. I think this is Giannis's way the last 2 years of putting pressure on the team. Like, this is my way of saying, hey, come on, because he's mentioned a million times, him winning one is unacceptable. Yes, people will pat me on the back. Yes, I'll go to the Hall of Fame.
Let's say unacceptable. I don't know about that.
I'm telling you his own words.
Yeah, but it's Milwaukee. I'm just saying. Come on, man. Like, we do it all the time. We can name 20 teams that haven't won. So you could sit there and say it's unacceptable for Milwaukee, but I can name the Knicks and the Clippers and the Pistons haven't won it since 2004.
I'll do you one better.
I could go through 1,000 teams.
I'll do a guy who was in the same city who was better than him, Lou Alcindor. Turned Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, only could win one there.
That's what I'm trying to say. Let's not get
But that's
crazy.
what he said. He said, I want to win multiple. For me to win one would be disappointing. And that's,
Okay, but I just think it's.
See, then the more you say that, the more, because it's Milwaukee, the more
he
he's
ain't
going to leave.
Nowhere. He's going straight.
Because he's going to listen to you. He's going to be like, man, Rob Parker told me I'm not going to be able to win one with Milwaukee, so I must leave. I listen
Why you
to
gotta
the
do
Odd
him like
Couple.
that?
I love the Odd Couple.